So they will start opening the hatch from their side. Copy. And what are we supposed to do next? Stand by for now. And when they open the hatch, we'll give you directions and we'll give you a go to proceed with the steps that are in the box on page 70. Copy.
And as you just heard there, the crew on board the International Space Station will begin procedures to open the hatch on their end. Following a series of leak checks on the Soyuz side, the hatch will be opened, but prior to that, vestibule pressurization will occur. And then once hatches are open, the 3 Russian cosmonauts inside the Soyuz MS-21 will float aboard and be greeted by the Expedition 66 crew.
Copy. In work.
This will increase the space station population from 7 to 10 crew members. Currently on board the International Space Station are NASA astronauts Raja Chari and Tom Marshburn, as well as ESA, or European Space Agency astronaut Matthias Maurer, Roscosmonauts Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov, and NASA astronauts Caleb Barron and Mark Vande Hei. And with every passing second, NASA astronaut Mark Vande Hei continues to break the record for longest single spaceflight by an American astronaut. When he returns to Earth on March 30th aboard the Soyuz MS-19, he will have spent a total of 355 days in space. And you're now seeing a view inside the space station, continuing to work through procedures ahead of hatch opening coming up here shortly. And on your screen you see Roscosmos cosmonaut Anton Shkaplerov working through procedures to open the hatch on his end. He's currently inside the Nauka module of the International Space Station.
So were you able to find the caps? Yes, we have located those a while back, actually. Copy.
And once Anton Shkaplerov opens up the hatch, the vestibule pressurization will begin. That process will take several minutes, and then the crew will be given the go on the Soyuz side to open the Soyuz hatch.
Procedure, etc. Okay, copy all. And also your goal to put the second suit for drying. So I guess we need to check that list. Stand by.
Moscow Station on Space to Ground 2. Go ahead on Space to Ground 2.
We're going to have to remove.
Have you equalized the pressure?
Then, we're going to put it for drying.
Да, можно приступать к открытию.
Yes.
КВД открывал?
And you can open the KVD valve. Yes, we have the PV valve open.
Звук не поддается, да?
And well, I'm going to try and open the hatch right now. Everything's looking good. Are you receiving the video?
Видим, наблюдаем.
Yes, we are.
And the crew inside the Soyuz have worked through vestibule pressurization process and procedures, and soon will be opening up the hatch.
So, okay, I guess it's your turn now.
And you now see both Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov inside the hatch, as well as European Space Agency astronaut Matthias Maurer. They're working together to open up the hatch. And the hatch is open.
Look, this is...
Right. I guess I can hear Anton now. Okay, go ahead. Stand by.
Next up, we'll be awaiting hatch opening on the Soyuz side.
Да, ребят, видим. Молодцы.
Guys, we can see you. Good job.
Donna, this is MCC Moscow. Go ahead. ISS hatch is open. Yes, ISS hatch is open. So your go to execute the steps in the box frame. Stand by. Let us stow the suits first. Copy.
Moscow station on Space Ground 2. Go ahead on Space Ground 2. We have the hatch open. We're going to get it secured in a second, and the Soyuz crew can open the hatch. Good job.
Now just standing by for hatch opening on the Soyuz side.
All right.
Did you start the timer? Okay, let's do it. Moscow, Donna, go ahead. The second suit has been put for drying as well, and we also noted the time. Copy.
And we are now seeing the Soyuz hatch there. We'll stand by for it to swing open momentarily.
Please proceed with pressure equalization. Stand by 1, please. Stand by. I'm returning to the orbital module now. All right. So pressure equalization. I'm gonna need to close the container.
And now just joining inside the space there is NASA astronaut Mark Vande Hei.
So you were saying that
Again, with every second that passes, Mark Vande Hei continues to break the record for longest single space flight by an American.
Anton,
monitor involved. Yes, correct.
please do not forget to put the PV valve in the electrical control mode.
The pressure is 747. And I'm opening the KVD pressure equalization valve. Yes, correct. KVD, BEOS.
Inside the Soyuz, the crew is working through vestibule pressurization. Once this is complete, the crew will be given the go on the Soyuz side to open up the Soyuz hatch, and they'll be welcomed aboard the International Space Station.
Inaudible KVD is open now and standing by for 2 minutes should pass after the pressure equalization once the pressure starts changing. Yes, that's correct. So it was at 817 and it is 814 now. Copy.
Так, 812.
812. Copy.
Олег Георгиевич, у нас по консервации есть рекомендации.
So we have a few recommendations for you on the deactivation. Yes, go ahead. So this is orbital flight procedure.
Надо приготовиться, записать.
Please make...
Now joining is NASA astronaut Kayla Barron.
Okay, so you were saying orbital flight procedure, correct? Yes, correct. So orbital flight. What page is it? Page 25. 25. Ready to copy?
Rajachari, Tom Marshburn as well. Also, the entire crew will be in this space to welcome the Soyuz MS-21 crew aboard the International Space Station. Standing by for hatch opening.
So you were saying page 38, so is deactivation. So I guess we can do that after hatch opening, correct? Yes, sure. You'll do that later. Okay. Okay, sounds good. So once we transfer to the station, we'll put that in work shortly after. Yes. And we're going to remind you about that later. Okay. I will put it in work. So, page 36, item 4 and 5 should not be executed. So,
and if you're just joining us, we are awaiting hatch opening of the Soyuz MS-21 spacecraft, which docked to the International Space Station earlier this afternoon at 2:12 p.m. Central Time. Prior to that, Soyuz MS-21 completed a 2-orbit rendezvous after launching from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. That liftoff occurred on time at 10:55 and 18 seconds Central Time.
Item 4.5. Okay, copy all. And also, you're going to have to change out the ESA purification cartridge. The steps are specified on page 35.
One for Anton. Anton, please do not forget to put the PEV cover the valve into electrical control mode.
35, step 3. Yes, you're going to have to swap the 1 and step 3.
Please
Okay,
put the KVD valve in the electrical control mode.
Swap
Copy,
with
in work. PVV KVD valve, KVD is in electrical control mode. The PV valve over there is in electrical control mode.
So is everything clear here? Yes. All right. And also, you're going to have to transfer items from MRM-2 to the Soyuz orbital module. And these items are as follows: AFOT filter 2, AFOT 2M. Yes, correct. And it has a barcode 0014. Stand by. Stand by, please. 0014 29 29 03 03 and G. J. Is it the AFOT filter number? Yes, correct. This is its barcode 0014 2903. Copy all. Yes, that's correct. And also BMP number 18. Copy. BMP number 18 and also 3 IPK gas masks. Copy. So to reiterate, it's a BMP unit and 3 IPKs. Copy. Sounds good. We'll transfer all of these items. And one more thing, suit number 3 should be put for drying in Soyuz 749. Copy. So please hand it over.
As the crew on Soyuz MS-21 continues to step through procedures ahead of hatch opening, inside the space station, the crew on board is preparing to welcome them.
All right.
The International Space Station is currently flying over the Pacific Ocean, approaching the northwest coast of South America.
Deactivated manually in case of fire. All right, we'll turn them off manually in case of fire.
Раз, два, три.
Moscow, com check.
We're in a brief expected handover between satellites, but should regain communications here shortly.
Oleg Germanovich, yes, go ahead. And also for the short to-orbit rendezvous, page 72, please stand by. All right, to orbit or short rendezvous profile, page 72. Page 72. All right, I pulled up page 72. So once you transfer to the station and open the hatches, of course, you're going to have to go back to the Soyuz. Okay. And you're going to have to deactivate the duplex intercom unit, the VPU, and the MBS also. Okay, page 72. After we're done with all of the other steps, we're going to have to execute the actions that are here in this frame on page 72. Yes, that's correct. And you're going to have to install a KSD S2 cap once you open the hatches. Okay, sounds good. And also, you'll have to deactivate the atmosphere purification units in the orbital module and install a cap. All right, we will put it all in work. And we're basically waiting for you guys. Okay. Sounds good. We'll get busy.
Station Moscow, space to ground 2 for Pyotr. Pyotr, no response required. You are just covering up the camera a little bit, so could you please make sure that
stand by.
We have a clear view of the
descent module
hatch.
So let me check that. So
now that's looking great.
The pressure reading is 749.
Принято 749.
Copy. 749. That's correct. And we need to make sure that the pressure is stable throughout the 2 minutes. Yes, we will check that right now.
Standing by to confirm that pressurization is stable. And to recap some of the milestones from today, the journey for 3 Russian cosmonauts began to the International Space Station at 10:55 a.m. Central Time, 11:55 a.m. Eastern Time, with liftoff from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Then 8 minutes and 46 seconds later, third stage shutdown and separation occurred on the Soyuz booster. Soyuz performed a series of as-expected burns to propel the Soyuz into its preliminary orbit for a 2-orbit, 3-hour journey to the International Space Station. Docking occurred at 2:12 p.m. Central Time earlier this afternoon. And we are now standing by for hatch opening.
Oleg, do you think you'll be able to come back here prior to the conference and complete the steps on page 72? Of course, we'll do it all, and we have the whole night coming up. Go ahead and open the hatch.
Guys, just FYI, we have equalized the pressure. We are going to
go for hatch opening.
Visible pressure monitoring valve. Closing KKT valve. So what page are we on now? Page 70. Closing KKT valve, closing, and it is now closed. Go ahead and close the PV valve.
We should see the Soyuz MS-21 hatch open here shortly.
So, is everyone dressed? That goes over here. And the next page is page 71, item 8.1. All right, switching to page 71. Opening the BOSU hatch. So I'm gonna have to set the lever for the hatch tool stopper. Did you see the hatch tool? The hatch tool, there it is. It should be here. Stand by. Yes, everything is in correct configuration. It is where it should be. What was that? All right. So yeah, almost there. They're knocking already. All right. So I'm supposed to do 6 to 7 turns.
Russian cosmonauts Oleg Artemyev, Denis Matveyev, and Sergei Korsakov working through final procedures ahead of hatch opening.
I'm gonna put that away to make sure it's not in the way.
Huh?
What was that? Nope. I guess they're somewhere. I'm not sure where. They mean the ones for the crew? No. I'm not sure where I put mine. And the flashlight is not there. No, it's not for the crew. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So they aren't going to let us in. All right, opening the hatch now.
And we should see the hatch open here in just a moment.
Halfway there.
Давай.
Go ahead.
Опа.
Go. That's right.
The hatch is open.
Так.
Hatch opening occurring at 4:48 p.m.
All right. Hooray. All right, go for it. All right, go ahead. Go first. But be careful.
Давай.
What was that? Yes, go ahead. And I'm going to finish up here.
First through the hatch is Denis Matveyev.
Go ahead.
Так. Тут Москвы.
Muscle.
First through the hatch was Korsakov. Next up is Denis Matveyev.
Yes, so are we going to transfer? And I'm signing off, correct? Yes, sounds good. Your go. All right.
And next up we'll see Soyuz commander Oleg Artemyev as he floats through the hatch. And all 3 Russian cosmonauts are now aboard the International Space Station. In a short while, the crew will complete a routine safety briefing being led by the commander of the International Space Station, Anton Shkaplerov. And recapping some milestones from today, the journey to the International Space Station for 3 Russian cosmonauts began at 10:55 a.m. Central Time with liftoff from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. 8 minutes and 46 seconds after liftoff, third stage was shut down and separation occurred on the Soyuz booster. Then, just seconds later, the Soyuz automatically commanded its solar arrays and navigational antennas to deploy. The Soyuz performed a series of nominal burns to propel the Soyuz into its preliminary orbit for a 2-orbit, 3-hour journey to the International Space Station. The Soyuz docked to the Prishal module on the Russian segment of the International Space Station at 2:12 p.m. Central Time, and the docking probe on the Soyuz retracted. Hooks were closed on both sides of the docking interface to form a hard mate between the Soyuz MS-21 and the International Space Station. Following this, a series of leak checks took place, the vestibule was repressurized, and the crew floated through the hatch at 4:48 p.m. Central Time, 5:48 p.m. Eastern Time. With the Soyuz MS-21 and its crew now safely aboard the International Space Station, that will wrap up our coverage for today. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Mission Control Houston.